Again, everything I'm going to say about my experience is one, limited in India, and it was a long time ago because I left India in 2006 and I have not worked there since. And when I did work in India in the sets, and I think to some extent there's some version of that still, but I think, the days are longer, the number of shooting days are longer. There isn't a clear definition of roles and things that I saw, which was very different. And then, of course, when I went to film school, the American system is very structured, which, a person like me who's very type A really loved that because it was like, okay, everybody, you learn the craft, who does what, that there's a chain of command. Because really for a set to function well, people need to know what they're there to do. They say stay in your lane, but it's really kind of that. You need to be the master of what you do so that everybody else can work well. I mean, in the US, you're making movies in like 12 and 16 days that are like pretty decent sized films, and it only works if everybody really knows what they're supposed to be doing. Everything is kind of, in some ways, for the most part, the script is locked before you go to picture, which is not always the case because there's a lot of rewriting happening sometimes back home, right? There were some things that were definitely different culturally, but, I'm sure there's also a lot of things that are similar. And I know there's a lot of students who study here and that are now going back and trying to bring some of these systems in to the sort of the way sets function in India, but that doesn't mean necessarily that it's good or bad. It's just different, and that's what works there, So if I would ever go back and make a movie there, I think it'll have to be a blend of crew that know how to work the way I know how to work, and of course local artists and talent, because they really will bring the right energy and soul and flavor to whatever you're trying to make.